Now let's talk about the Ukraine war. India is being dragged into this conflict by Nepal. Let me explain. Nepalese citizens trapped on the front lines in Ukraine are seeking India's help. They want India's help to return home. A clip is doing the rounds on social media. It apparently shows Nepalese citizens. They say they were tricked into joining the Russian forces and now they want to go home and they're asking for India's help. This is what is circulating on social media. We've not been able to verify any of this. But here's what these people say, and I'm quoting. When we came here, we were told to go to the front line to fight in the war. Indian brothers who were with us are being rescued by their government. It's a cry for help. And it's not just Nepalese citizens who've been trapped in this war. Some Indians too ended up there. They were promised lucrative jobs in Russia by agents and middlemen. But when they got there, they were forced to join Russian forces, in many cases as helpers. Now, India is cracking down on these agents. Last week, New Delhi shared an update. Listen to this.
Several Indian nationals have been duped to work with the Russian army. We have strongly taken up the matter with the Russian government for early discharge of such Indian nationals. Strong action has been initiated against agents and unscrupulous elements who recruited them on false pretexts and promises.
This was last week. India is now working with Russia and trying to ensure the release of Indians. Nepal is attempting the same. In December last year, Kathmandu launched a crackdown. It rounded up 18 people involved in this operation. They were accused of human trafficking and forgery. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Reports say 15,000 Nepalese citizens ended up on the Russian front lines. 15,000. They were forced to fight against Ukraine on Russia's behalf. In January, Nepal's foreign minister spoke about this. His name is Narayan Prakash Saud. He issued a firm message to Russia asking Moscow to immediately stop this recruitment and to repatriate Nepalese citizens. But Nepal has not made much headway. Last week, their Prime Minister spoke, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, better known as Prachand. He said Nepal is engaged in diplomatic talks with Russia. Just like India, they're trying to get their citizens released. And these cases show that a major trafficking network is at work here, trapping innocent job seekers, promising them big salaries and forcing them to fight in a war. Governments need to work together to bust this network. Otherwise, more innocent people will keep getting trapped because this war does not look like it's ending in a hurry. The front lines are frozen and both sides are losing fighters. So foreigners are being roped in. Both Russia and Ukraine are recruiting in large numbers. People from 55 countries have signed up to fight for Ukraine. That's around 20,000 people and counting from 55 countries. And that's not all. NATO soldiers are also in Ukraine from countries like the United States, Britain and France. Reports say they have deployed their special forces, also their military advisors in Kiev. Their numbers are small. Their troops are involved in logistical support and training the Ukrainians. So just like weapons, Ukraine is importing fighters from abroad. It would be fair to say that there are thousands of foreign fighters on both sides. Many of them volunteered to join, but many others have been trapped, mostly from countries in the global south because they're vulnerable. They serve as a recruiting ground for middlemen and agents. There are millions of jobless innocents looking for well-paying jobs. They risk becoming cannon fodder in this war. What we need is a unified global response to stop this.